This is the Quirky Gem II, which is my first new puzzle design in quite a while. The geometry is based around the intersection of two hexagons, which is actually a fairly simple geometry, but I've never seen it used before in twisty puzzles. The hexagon-based geometry allows the puzzle to turn in halves along 60-degree increments. After rotating at 60 degrees, a new symmetrical type of move becomes available. Incidentally, in the default position, all of those turns are actually available, but since they aren't symmetrical, they only allow for jumbling turns. Solving this puzzle is really interesting because every type of piece seems to behave in a different way. First of all, the trapezoid type pieces are the most restricted. They can really only turn along the 2x2x1 geometry, and they don't get scrambled much, and they tend to act in sort of symmetrical pairs. So for instance, gold and silver will either always be adjacent to each other or directly across from each other, and that goes for pairs of light green and light blue, as well as black and yellow and purple and pink. However, that restriction is broken when jumbling turns are introduced. Since those tip pieces can be exchanged with the triangular pieces along the edges, that allows the pieces to behave differently during a scramble, allowing all sorts of new positions to be reached. You can come across certain cases in jumbling turns such that when a certain shallow face is turned, you can actually swap two of the trapezoid pieces, which causes that previously described symmetry to be broken once the puzzle is returned to its normal state. Similar oddities occur with the other piece types as well. I have already solved it once, just scrambling it with the symmetrical turns, and the hardest part about that was just trying to understand how the different pieces interact. So I would imagine that adding jumbling turns to the scramble would complicate things even further.